is just about morning. We have
Morning.
like another hour or so before it's afternoon. And I officially wake up.
Good
oh,
morning.
wow.
Good morning. So this is how we're gonna begin.
Yeah, I
We
don't
started.
know about all of that.
It's early. This is key topic right here.
Oh, God.
I think we should watch it. Oh God. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Well,
that was
bad.
fun. Fun bad. Good. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm okay. Look at my. Sorry. Can we just?
Ooh, she got triceps.
Can we just?
The gym work going
Yeah.
crazy.
Oi.
Fitness by Andre.
It's going crazy. It's going crazy.
He's been doing well for you, like,
3
innit?
times a week.
You go to Dre's?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you go in the morning or afternoon? Or afternoon-ish?
Depends if I'm working one or
Yeah.
the other. I just go before or after work.
Okay. Yeah, man. Hey, he's changing you lot's whole household, isn't it?
Hell yeah! We gotta do it all together. You see, makes it make sense.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was so scared because I thought I pulled my hamstring. I mean, not my hamstring. Sorry. Take it back. My calf. That hurts too.
It does. I've been there.
But I didn't. It felt like it. Really.
Whilst you were running.
Yeah, like I couldn't run.
Yeah.
Because I was like, nah, like.
This is bad.
Yeah. And then I did legs at the gym and I was like, nah, I can't.
Really?
Yeah.
Was
I
it
had
at
to
the
just
top?
do body weight.
Is it at the top or like in the middle?
It's at the back.
Right behind
Just
the knee?
having a good time.
Right behind the knee?
Not directly. It's kind of like above and below. So it's definitely something to do with something's pulling in between, you know? But then we went to the track on Sunday and like we were doing sprints and then on the second sprint, I figured out what the problem was mid-run.
What was it?
I'm leaning too far forward. So it's like putting pressure on the front of my knee.
Right.
So like mid-run, I was like, basically.
Yeah. You straightened up.
And
Yeah.
the pain went away.
So you ran with
So
proper
then I
form now?
ran, yeah.
Yeah.
Found it. I
And
found the issue.
That is why it's important to run with proper form,
Yeah.
people.
I found the issue because
Yeah.
it was fine at the beginning, but I think when you just start forgetting what to think about it, and then, but I'm here now. We're
Yeah.
back.
No, that's good though. It's good she figured it out.
And
'cause-
mid run, I was like, oh, I found it. I found it. Andre was like, what are you talking about? It's like, it doesn't hurt. And then we figured it out. So yeah, no, I just had to sort out the pain that was already there.
Yeah.
Now we're good.
No, that's tough still.
Yeah. It was a crazy realization mid run. Never done that before.
Yeah, that sounds like a revelation,
Yeah.
boy.
It was great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I
How's
mean,
your muscles? Not great?
Nah, I'm good. I mean, my hamstring is getting almost back.
Okay.
It's still a bit tender,
Lovely.
but it is what it is, bro. There ain't shit I can do.
I feel like all of our intros are talking about our muscle types and why they hurt.
Listen,
But this is kind of related.
not for sure.
This-
The funny thing is, I taught myself how to run, how to sprint.
Yeah, see?
So I watched a lot of Olympic footage and just sprints, just
Yeah.
like athletics, period. Or
Yeah.
anything 200 to 100.
Yeah.
And I watched that
Yeah, 'cause it's
endlessly
very
on
different.
YouTube, and I taught myself how to sprint.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not, I could obviously be better with proper coaching.
Yeah, but even just looking at it, it's kind of better.
yeah, Vaughan was even saying, this was years ago, that like for someone who's never done sprint training, my form is really
Good.
good. So
Yeah.
I'll take that.
It's good. It's easy for like when you can like watch something and do it. Some
Yeah.
people can't do that, but
Oh, I think that's one of my talents.
talents,
I can,
yeah.
I can see something, even like basketball. I can see something
Yeah.
and I can like emulate it almost.
Yeah.
immediately.
I could do that with dance, maybe not too many other things.
Yeah, I hear you still.
I'm like,
We're
okay.
athletes. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
that's it. We'll do those ones.
Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah,
lovely.
So that's a good little segue into today's topic, which is talk about what life has taught us and the life lessons we have learned as we approach the grand old age of 30.
Oh my god, mine's so close.
Yeah, Saskia's one is very close. It's literally around the corner. I still have a street to go up.
Yeah,
and then
but
turn
yeah,
corner,
you
so-
just gotta turn a little bit. You'll be there soon.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's 30 is like 30 is not old.
It's not, but you really
But you
learn
a
stuff.
lot. Yeah.
You really, you really learn. Do you know what? As well, it's weird that like we're doing this topic because I wouldn't say it's been about me really, but like I feel like this year I've had the most conversations with other people trying to help them
Right.
change like what they're learning this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, even in the last week, I think I've had like heart to hearts with like 3-4 people.
Damn.
Yeah, in like 1 week.
About what though?
Just about
If you
like
can share it.
making life choices, or like, is this a good decision to do?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah. I'm like, I'm the go-to.
That's
It's
good.
me. It's
That
me.
means your life is somewhat put together.
Yeah. Hey, maybe that's what I give up.
Yeah, that's the aura you give out. That's good
maybe
though.
that's what I give up. Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe I feel like it's interesting to notice it's not just us. It's like who we're surrounded by, because everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, oh, like maybe I'm in this on my own, and like I'm the only one learning something. Everyone else kind of learned it, or this kind of thing. Not
Yeah.
about specific things, but then when people ask me questions, like, oh, you don't know either.
Yeah,
I like
I
that.
hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you. It's good.
I like that.
It's good.
Yeah.
I do understand that the what you're saying of giving other people some advice.
Yeah.
Even though we don't have it all figured out. I do find myself sometimes being a go-to, not the go-to, but a
Yeah.
go-to for people to, what should I do? And I feel like I give somewhat good
Maybe we
advice.
just have the words.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe.
that's why we're here.
We have a good frame of mind. So,
Wow.
but yeah, even though we don't have it figured out, maybe we can guide people in a better
Yeah.
direction. At work, obviously my newest job, they specifically tell me, especially my manager and some other colleagues, how I've got a very calm demeanor. I don't know if that's true or not, but they say that really helps.
Do you know what? That's so funny though, because my boss says that to me, but I don't know if I care
We
enough
don't see
to.
it. Yeah. so-
And maybe it's just because I'm like,
okay.
there's literally one morning there was a leak, and I just called my boss and I was like, me watching the leak. So we got a leak. I'm just gonna leave it until somebody
Someone
solves
comes in.
it.
Yeah.
And then she was like, she just said, "Oh, can you just do this?" This is, I was like, yeah, okay. Whereas like other people are like,
Oh my God, there's
"Oh
a
my
leak."
God, there's a leak." I'm like, bro, it's not my house.
And that's it.
Do you know what I mean?
So-
Yeah.
But
So I hear that.
I did write some stuff down.
Yeah.
As obviously you have the more generalized things what
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah.
learned in terms of patience, for example. I think we were talking about, Jasmine
Yeah.
said that in the group chat yesterday. Patience, I
I
think,
feel like that develops every
yeah,
year.
that should, I say it's a general thing, that should
Yeah,
be a
yeah,
general
yeah.
thing. Not everybody actually develops that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to kind of give a different, or
Mm-hmm.
different things. So for me, my biggest lesson I've learned is never think it can't happen to you.
Oh, God damn. Yes. It's
Yeah,
the time.
That is such a valuable lesson. Such a valuable lesson.
Do you know what? Yeah. I watch people hurt themselves all the time. And I'm like, I've never hurt myself so many times in 1 year.
I'm telling you.
Literally, Andre said to me the other day, "Wow, you're like walking injury this year." I was like, "Stop it, stop it," because I've never had an injury in my
You
whole
haven't.
life.
And now you look like me. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, agreed. So I agree with that. Yeah.
But it's also the obviously physical things
Yeah.
are fucking
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
Especially for us now. But
Oh God.
a lot of things I hear or
Mm.
read on Twitter as well and Instagram, etc., is, you know, they find out their girl's cheating, for example, something like that,
Yeah.
and then someone in the comments, "Oh yeah, that can never be
Never
me."
be me.
Yeah, all right, bro. But I've seen a lot, and I wish I screenshotted these so we would have thrown it in the video.
Yeah.
But people talk about, man, I used to think that, and then it happened to me. My girl was cheating, and then I caught her, and like blah blah blah, and it's the biggest heartbreak of my life. Like it's changed me completely, and blah blah blah. So I really think it's important if you I wouldn't say expect it, but
Expect
allow
the
yourself,
unexpected.
yeah, but allow yourself to believe that it is a possibility.
Yeah.
because it will hurt.
But that's
you.
also how you don't get complacent with things.
Right.
Because if you keep that in mind, you're kind of just gonna stay on your toes. you
Yeah.
know?
Don't expect them to cheat. I'm just,
No,
don't
yeah.
go into
Like,
it.
then you're gonna put yourself in a sabotaging
Yeah, 'cause
situation.
now you're just gonna hate them. And, you're cheating on me,
Just in case.
Yeah.
What's that comedian that slaps his kid every morning just in case?
Oh shit.
There's a comedian and what is his name? And he talks about his kids and he's like, yeah, I slap him every morning just in case he's naughty. And
I respect it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't expect him to be naughty, but when I slap him every
Just in
morning, he
case.
just
I feel.
Yeah, what's his
I've heard this.
name?
This sounds.
What's
It
his
was a
name?
Jamaican. They did it Justin
I
Kears.
think I can't remember if he's like Guyanese or
I remember a Caribbean accent.
yeah,
though. I remember
yeah.
that.
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to find that, but
We
yeah,
will
that's
find
why I think of when I think of that, just in case, you know. Don't
Facts.
expect them to be cheating, but you know, it can happen to
Can
you.
happen. Yeah. So just
The fear.
don't think it can't happen because anything can happen to anyone, even the richest of people. Sometimes shit gets to them. So
Yeah, boy. I'm never gonna not believe that because I literally, when I see things, some things I do see and I'm like, I do actually like automatically go, oh, that could never be me. But then you have to really talk to yourself and
do
be
that.
like, it could,
don't do that.
it could. You might not be in that situation now, but eventually,
Life will life you. Life will life you, bro.
like,
Another thing for me, yeah,
mhm.
which was a very big one, is arguing isn't necessary. If you have
Period.
time to think about the action,
Mhm.
then that means there's no reason for you to react aggressively or
Yeah.
argue, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Especially now in our country, a lot of
Yeah.
knives. In other countries, a lot of guns.
It's just pointless.
Yeah, so I think if it's a situation you can actually think about, that doesn't it doesn't need you to immediately
React. Yeah.
then it doesn't need
I
you to
actually
do it.
saw an advice thing years ago about that. But obviously I feel like it didn't really relate back then because I'm like, whatever. But now if I read it, I'd be like, ah, shit, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Right.
So it's basically, it was saying like, if you're in a relationship and like you're on the verge of an argument or like you're about to argue about something,
Yeah.
everybody stop talking, go get some food.
Mm.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Just go and get some food.
Yeah.
And while you eat, process.
Think. Yeah.
Then afterwards, you're probably not going to want to argue.
or
One, you're too full.
You'll talk about it. Yeah. You'll talk about
Yeah,
it and realize,
yeah.
this
Or like, it doesn't have to be go get food or
Yeah.
just do something.
do something.
Just
Yeah.
completely
come back with a
separate.
cooler head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's a
I was like
fact.
that. I was like, yeah, food. I like food. Do you know what I mean? That will calm me right down. What are we eating? Literally, argument started. What shall we eat? Really and truly, for me, that's going to be funny too. So we're going to go get food. Then it's going to be cool.
I don't know because I feel like
I don't know.
you women are gonna be like, yeah, but I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Okay,
Oh,
but
no,
yeah.
I know what
Okay,
I
but
want.
then and then all of a sudden
I
now you're
always-
arguing about food.
I always know what I want to eat.
Okay, well, fair enough.
At least then in that decision, I'm not going to be considerate. So I'm
Yeah.
going to pick what I want to eat.
Fair enough.
Considerations out the
'Cause in
window
other
because I'm angry.
couples,
Oh, yeah.
you're
People,
gonna-
yeah.
now they argue about food
But I feel
and
like,
other things.
yeah, but I feel like
Furthermore,
in the heat of an argument, the consideration goes out the window. So everyone's like, no, I want to eat this. The argument will switch to, no, I want to eat this. No, I want to eat this. Go eat it. We'll go separate ways. And we'll come back. Yeah.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it works.
But yeah, arguments are so unnecessary.
Yeah,
I-
for sure.
I
remember dating a girl years ago,
yeah.
and at this point, this is when I'd argue a lot less anyway. So,
Mm.
and she was saying something. This is over WhatsApp. She's
Right.
she's texting me stuff, and I'm agreeing. I said,
Mm.
"You're right.
You right.
You're right.
You right.
I do agree with what you're saying, like stuff along them lines, yeah." And then she got mad at me. She said, "Nah, you're being so condescending." I said, "What do you mean I'm being condescending? I'm agreeing with you."
I'm saying yes.
Yeah, I apologize. What? And then she admitted, "Oh, maybe it's just. I guess I'm just not used to guys
Someone
reacting
agreeing
like that."
with me.
Yeah. Okay,
What do
it's
you
not
want me
my
to
fucking
do?
problem. don't get. You're mad at me. I apologize. Agree, and then you get mad at me for apologizing and agreeing.
Do you know what though? I have seen people like couples be arguing in the street, and like I can fully hear the man agreeing, but she's still shouting because she
Oh,
hasn't processed. He's agreeing with you,
Yeah.
but she's still angry, so she's still up there, and he's like, yeah, and she's like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. When you come down, you realize I am saying what you're saying. But yeah, so
She
like,
just wants to get the anger.
yeah,
out. I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
that at the cinema the other day, actually.
Uh-huh.
As I was walking into the cinema,
See what I'm saying?
she was shouting at the guy and he's just standing there like this. Popcorn in
Yes.
hand.
Do you know what? Yeah.
That was killing me.
Sometimes I see men just standing there and I'm thinking, oh God. Oh God. It's the stance.
He just wants to watch the
You
movie.
can always see the stance and you're like,
Yeah, you know he's deflated. He's
What's
over this shit.
happening now? Poor
That's the
thing.
worst thing, boy. In a public setting like that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, shut the fuck up. That's what
That's the whisper.
we ain't gonna fucking
That's
do
what
this
my
now.
mum used to do when I used to be in trouble in public. Do you know what when she used to have a wooden spoon in her bag? That was a
Oh my
good-
God.
Yeah,
Jenny Black?
basically. What do you mean?
Her mum is a white woman.
She's-
just
she's
so you
scary.
understand.
When I was younger, she wasn't
might be
playing
black.
about. She
The
she
wooden
wasn't
spoon
playing
in the
about.
bag.
Yeah. And the fact is, yeah, she never even had to take it out. Like it was that much of a
You
threat.
just flash the gun.
She- period. She'd be like, Saskia. I'd be like, oh.
She's doing the little flash of the thing.
Yeah, and
watch out, little-
because I'd have to because if she were obviously nowadays this doesn't happen. People don't hit kids. Well, some cultures they do. But like,
I
yeah,
don't hit kids.
I don't hit kids. Yeah, like it used to be painful on the bottom of your foot. That was the target zone.
The bottom of your foot.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm
barefoot.
gonna there. No.
Wooden spoon on the bottom of your bare foot.
But how you gonna get me to the point where I'm like? you
Yeah,
see
when
the
I
bottom
was
of my foot?
younger, take off your sock.
No.
Yeah, until I got to an age where I
Yeah,
ran
yeah.
and said no. But before that, I listened. Do you know
No
what I mean?
more.
No more. Just run and slam a door. She couldn't get in. Yeah. So, yeah, I think you just have to... I don't even know how I got to the wooden spoon now.
That's
Where
funny.
did I
bro.
come from?
That is funny.
Yeah. It's a threat.
That's funny, boy. I respect. We all kind of grew up similar, boy. I'm telling you.
Yeah. My dad and mum had different apparatus. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be comfortable with the weapon you're holding.
Yeah,
innit? So,
my mum had a
I
wooden
respect
spoon.
it.
She likes to cook.
Yeah,
Yeah, she had
yeah.
the spoon. My dad had a belt.
Yeah. Boy,
Yeah, easy, easy.
no,
But yeah,
my zing.
anywho, I've gone on a
Yeah.
tangent about beating your kids.
Do you have any?
Do you know what? I'd say one of mine in correlation to like speaking to other people
Yeah.
would be, I think I would call myself a therapist at this point. I feel like I've really developed on how to tell people things
Right.
this year.
Mhm.
I've stopped being kind about it.
I respect that.
Do you know what I mean? I've got to a point where I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna tell you the brutal truth.
Yeah.
I do tell the truth anyway,
Yeah.
but like I feel like when there's
You don't-
somebody in a time of need, I kind of withdraw the brutalness.
Yeah.
She's
yeah,
back. She's really back. Be like, no, just do this. No, just do that. Like, it doesn't matter how you feel about
I
that because it
fully-
doesn't like.
I fully understand it as well if it's someone who's consistently coming to you
Yeah.
and you never heed anything I say
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
you're a loser, bruv. No,
But now I start with brutal
Yeah.
honesty, and I just feel like it was actually so nice. One of the trainers at my work, she came to me and she has a daughter, and she was like, she said something to me along the lines of like, your communication is so good.
Mm.
She was like, I want my daughter to be like you in terms of how I communicate with
Yeah.
people, because it was so random. It came from like one question as well. Like, she offered me a sweet and I didn't know if she wanted the whole thing or she was just giving me one, or I didn't really understand that. But in that situation, I think some people just make an assumption.
Yeah.
And like, I literally said to her, are you giving me one or do you want me to have the whole thing? And she was like, no one really ever.
They don't ask that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she was like, no one really asked that. And I was like, well, I don't know, do I?
Yeah.
So like, I'm going to ask you a question. And then it kind of developed into like, she asked me about like my mom and how I was brought up and stuff like that. And she was like, your communication is just fantastic because you can like change it up with different people and like, you know what to say and how to say it to people and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I'd never really thought about it before. And then I was like, oh yeah.
I am good.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I can really talk to anybody about anything for any reason. You know what I mean? Like, I can literally talk to a 3-year-old and then a 90-year-old in the same room
Yeah.
in a second. And I was just like, oh, okay. And I feel like it definitely got better this year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's to do with like being confident in your own skin and like your own beliefs to be able to be confident enough to tell somebody
Yeah.
what, because obviously if you're quite unsure of your own, I guess, ethics and like morals and stuff like that, you wouldn't really understand somebody else's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think because I've got to a point where now like I feel like I'm like, yeah, this is who I am and this is what I believe. So when people ask me, I'm like, yeah, this is it. Do you know what I mean? Like there's more confidence behind it, I'd say. And that definitely developed this year.
Which is easier for them to then take what you're saying as
they're no longer taking me with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, so exactly.
It's kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm really getting the listeners, you know? This is good. Yeah. And I feel like that has definitely happened this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't tell you why. I don't know like how it happened. But I did see a video, somebody saying, oh, when you turn 30, between the ages, I think it was 28 and 32, at some point between then, you have like a serious, crazy life change. But you don't know until it happens.
And between what?
28 and 32.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we in the bang middle of that, boy.
I feel like mine's coming. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh shit, like something's gonna change.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna know until it actually happens. And it definitely hasn't happened yet. But like some like people will be like, no, like the shift is wild.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting. I'm very excited. Yeah. If it doesn't happen, I might be disappointed.
You can't. I think if you obviously expect it,
yeah,
it won't happen.
That's why you just kind of got to ignore it.
I wish you never told me.
Yeah, sorry.
Just ruined it.
I watched the day. You try to ruin things for me too.
Experience, bro.
Yeah, Kevin watches things that are sad and then makes me sad by sending them to me. So now this is the return.
I do that.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I feel like it's hard to not expect because I've watched the TikTok. Yeah. But also, I'm just kind of sitting here like, all right, I've still got 3 years. I'll forget in like 6 months anyway.
Yeah. This conversation, unless someone brings it up to us.
If another person keeps telling me, I'm like, stop. But yeah, so that's probably my biggest lesson. Actually, no, there's another one. Do you have any more?
I mean, I got plenty. I always got plenty.
Okay, you go.
I've been learning like a motherfucker.
You go. You learner. Wow, good job.
Boy, I can put these together, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's similar to what you're just saying, but it's more of a life really is what you make it. And
period.
Yeah, because for us as kids growing up, it's, life every day is just regular life. You just take every day as it goes. But as you get older, you start to realize if you don't do something,
it could be over.
Yeah, like nothing will happen.
It's so funny how that's connected to my physical ability as well.
Yes. Everything. It all intertwines.
Physical ability, mental capacity, like everything.
It all intertwines.
Yeah.
So if we don't, like, for us now, for example, we've started this podcast.
Yeah.
8 months ago.
Yeah.
Perhaps I want to say 9 months ago we released. Our lives have changed already just doing this.
Yeah.
And this, not even a year yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have to put time aside to do this, etc., etc. I made a career change specifically to do this so that it can help.
Exactly.
All of that sort of stuff. And then I also have a friend who's like a really prime example of this. Before I met him, he was homeless.
Right.
And now he's a really successful guy.
Crazy.
Who makes a lot of money a year.
What a flex.
Yeah. But
I want to flex like that.
So many people, which I can't condemn them, like it's not their fault. Like, being homeless must be extremely hard. So I can't relate to it. I can only empathize. But if he didn't try, nothing would have happened. Exactly. Yeah. So, and the older we get, I just realize if you don't do it. Yeah,
it's so funny as well because I think like it's so true that you get to this point and you're like, I don't want to be stuck in this circle anymore. Like this cycle of life. Yeah. You're like, wait, this is the same.
Yeah.
And you get like should I do something new? But like not many people will jump on the thought.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's one of the things I wrote. Don't be afraid to take the
risk.
Don't
be afraid. Yeah. Like, and I've been saying this to people as well because I think this year I've started like I'm about to do the 4th new thing.
Yeah.
Like for me this year.
Yeah.
And I know so many people that will be like, oh yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that. And I never see them do it. Yeah. And I'm like, you have to.
Yeah.
Like you have to just like, and it was so serious when I heard somebody, because I heard this a long time ago. They're like, oh, if you want to do it on your own. But when you're younger, you don't really want to do that. Like you're less inclined to do it on your own. Now I'm like, woo!
If I don't do it on my
if I don't do it on my own, I'm not like,
Yeah.
I started obviously sprinting,
Yeah.
but if I didn't search for a club myself, find a track myself, join the club, go to the club
Yeah.
on my own, which was hella awkward.
Yeah.
And
I can imagine.
as an adult, joining like a whole new club is so
and they
weird.
already know each other
Yeah,
as well. Yeah.
so weird. Asking the questions that I needed to ask on my own,
Yeah.
getting the membership that I didn't know how to do. Now, like, from all those stages to now kind of making friends and like being in a group chat with them, like everyone's like, oh, are you coming training? You're doing this.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think because so many people would be so scared to do the first steps. But the outcome's always going to be good.
Yes.
Always going to be good.
100%.
And obviously from that now, obviously, Andre, we go to the track, you come to the track. Like, it's all kind of just developed.
Yeah.
So, like, but if I didn't do that, I'd just be thinking about being a sprinter at home. Like,
I wish I could do that.
yeah.
Again. Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
and this year, like, with having 4 new things, it's so weird because now I feel like I could just join in any scenario.
And you
and
feel
be
less
like,
awkward about it. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm new. It's me. Like, it's so weird as an adult to do that. But once you start doing it.
And that, obviously, you've always been a pretty good risk taker anyway.
Yeah.
But that, like you said, it's developed your risk taking abilities.
Yeah. I'm
You're
not
more
like
willing
scared.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, because boy,
mad.
the shivers. The shiver that I had going to that track. Tracks are scary.
Tracks are
scary
joining
places.
Any sports team that you don't know, or any sports thing, per se, not team, because sprinting isn't a team thing. But that is so intimidating.
So
when you don't know anyone else there.
Yeah.
If you know one person, 2 person, whatever, cool. But if you don't know anybody,
it was. And the thing is, as well, I think, because obviously, when you are an adult, the only way you're communicating with somebody in terms of a sports team to do something new is via email or online.
Yeah.
So like I emailed asking about the club and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, they gave me a response. They were like, yeah, come down. We've got a session, But who am I talking to?
Right.
know.
Yeah.
So I'm now going down there, still blindsided.
Yeah.
They've invited me, but who invited me?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
and when you get to an athletics track, there's so many groups of people on the track.
Who the hell am I going to? Yeah.
Who am I going to? Who knows? Nobody knows what I look like either.
Yeah.
So like, it's taking that initiative to then. I literally had to approach this old man and be like, so, like, but like, it takes so much.
Yeah.
The first month, it took me. I kept going there and being like, oh, I don't know who to talk to. Like the first time, I just went home because I was like, I don't.
Yeah, I hear it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, I was like, I'm never going to get this done if I don't just go and say something.
Mm-hmm.
So then I think it took me 2 other times to find the right situation, basically.
Yeah.
And now it's easy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah,
Well,
definitely.
Gotta look at it as well like you join a new job. Your co-workers, you never know your co-workers.
Never going to know.
And the first couple weeks is usually a bit
Yeah.
awkward. They don't know how to talk to
Yeah,
you. You don't know how
yeah.
to talk to them. You kind of get used to each other.
You're just all there looking at each
Yeah.
other like, wee.
But like now, for me, I'm so new to mine. It's only been a couple of months, really.
Yeah.
The first week, 2 weeks was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
They already know each other for years or whatever. And one of the other guys, he'd been there a few months before me. But now I can walk in.
So easy.
I like joke with every single person there and talk.
Yeah.
I can have a full-blown life conversation with anybody there. And it's, same thing with your track thing.
Yeah.
You just got to look at it like, okay, this is
Yeah.
a job. Not a job because you can take away the enjoyment.
The
but
fun.
It's the same concept.
Yeah. It's always, I feel like the outcome's always going to really be good, especially at this age.
Yeah.
Like, I guess when you're younger and stuff, you're kind of thinking about,
Oh, yeah, kids can be mean.
damn, the kids can be mean.
Kids can be
Like,
mean.
you're going to think, oh, they're not going to like me. And
Yeah.
obviously those thoughts still go through your head as an adult, but they're not as strong.
No.
It's kind of more your own fear. Like, as you get older, your own fear develops rather than the fear of other people. And I wish so many more people would just get on it. And like, so I think people would be so much happier if they actually did what they wanted to do
Yes.
and just just do it.
Yes.
Just
do
it.
We're not saying quit your job and go chase a dream.
I want to do that, but
yeah. We're kind of doing that.
I'm trying.
But we are saying just go join that, I don't know, gym.
Yeah.
Go join that track. Go join that basketball team, that football
Yeah.
team. Just trust me, at our ages especially, everybody understands what you're going through in that first
That's why
step.
it's fine.
And that's why it's fine. And that's why 99% of the time, they're just going to embrace you anyway.
Exactly.
So
for me, it was actually even better because when I actually got to know the people in the track,
yeah.
like some of them are actually 19. Like,
It's mad.
Facts.
Yeah, it's
and
mad.
I was like, and they thought I was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For
And
sure.
I was like, oh no, I'm just an old runner. They're like, wow, you're quick. I'm like, yeah. I'm
like
just
a myth.
I'm just an
And the
old
myth,
runner.
the legend.
Yeah. So like, it even felt nicer when like
Yeah.
people were like,
Oh, wow.
like you're shocking them at your age.
Yeah.
Like, that's nice. Like,
Damn. I don't like that at the same time. I like it, but I like it.
I'm like, I just beat a 19-year-old. God damn, yeah,
I'm
I
like,
got
that's
it.
cool.
I still got it.
But it's like, you're shocked?
yeah,
Bitch,
yeah.
I'm not even there yet. How
But like,
dare you?
it's like you're kind of
But I hear it, I
proving the
get it.
stereotypes wrong of that
Yeah,
age group, and like, it's nice to be in control of that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't really like sports and stuff, then it's probably not gonna happen like that. But like,
But you can still do your own version of
play
this.
the
Yeah.
game, like.
You can still, what we're talking about now, you can do your own version of that. That could
whatever.
be photography, art classes,
just-
whatever.
Yeah,
You can do your own version.
Just get it done.
I feel like the most easiest one for people to get to is like the comic world thing, Comic Cons and all of that.
Oh, Comic Con.
A lot of people are nervous to go to that stuff.
Scared the life out of me the other day.
But comic fans, yeah, or manga fans, anime fans, etc., are going to be the most embracing people.
Yeah, they're
ever.
probably
I
going to be the
promise
nicest
you.
group of people
I
you're going to go
promise
to.
you. I promise you. If you're scared to go to a Comic Con, just do it.
Yeah.
I've never been to one. It doesn't really interest me. Like
I'm scared
that,
of dressed up people, so I can't go.
So she cannot do it. But if you're not, you do it.
Yeah.
Go
I
to
watch
that
it. I
con.
watch it online all the time, though.
Yeah.
Like, so many of my friends go.
Yeah.
And like dress up and stuff, and I'm like, wow, that's like the costumes are sick.
Bruh.
Scary.
My friend tells me about it as well. Yeah.
Some of them really go in.
Not scary.
No, scary for
They're
me.
not scary, Saskia.
Scary for me.
They're perfectly fine.
This is my own irrational fear, so it's fine. It's scary when I get on the train, and I'm not
I
expecting.
can imagine that.
Yeah, I get to Custom House, and I'm like,
Oh shit.
they're all coming,
no.
and they're all walking up the stairs, and I'm walking down. I'm like, like my heart palpitations
Gonna
is
turn into a
crazy.
Thriller music video. That would kill me.
Yeah.
Everybody's it's a thriller.
It's scary for me because that's my own irrational fear. But I think if I dressed up and
Yeah.
went, I wouldn't be as scared because I'd be
Because
like,
you're part of it.
yeah,
You are one.
yeah, definitely just do it. That's my answer.
Do you have one? I've got one more that we
Go
can
on.
wrap it up at the end.
Yeah,
But-
go on. Oh,
If you got one, we got a
I
couple
feel
more
like
minutes.
I feel like mine's are intertwined with the ones we've just said.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I feel like me and you have had a very similar journey
yeah.
these past couple of years, especially.
Mm.
Like for me, my turning point was my knee injury. That
I just think
generally-
it's so funny when it's physical to do
Yeah,
at this age.
facts.
It's just so funny because really and truly, when we were younger, we didn't think this was going to happen.
Not to be fair, I got injured a lot.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
The fact that I got to this age before it happened is very surprising. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie,
Like in my head, this is more around 50.
but
It wasn't so much the 30 mark. I'm not even there yet.
Yeah, facts.
That's my shock.
Facts. You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Go
Um,
on. You can go on. Go with your.
All right, we
go
can wrap it
your-
up with this
yeah.
one then. So I saw a Instagram video
Mm.
the other day, and it's so it says POV 30-year-old me gets asked by 18-year-old me, do we still see the boys every week? And then it's got like have you ever watched The Walking Dead?
No.
Well, this is an actor who plays the character called Negan, and he's kind of just like that. And
yeah.
it's like, oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Damn, man, I don't know how to tell you this. And it just made me think, like, certainly we don't see the boys every week. Or
No.
else.
I'm part of the boys.
Yeah, that telling an 18-year-old me would probably break his heart because we either spent almost every day playing basketball together, and then once that kind of slowed down a bit, it was every Sunday we'd play football together for about 4 or 5 straight years.
Yeah.
And then one day that just stopped. And there's that common thing of, like for MSN, one day we all logged out of MSN for the last time. We didn't know it was...
That's so sad.
Yeah.
I've never thought about, look, my eyes teared up. What the hell?
Yeah, but it's sometimes the last thing happens with your friends and you don't realize it's the last thing, which is very sad.
Yeah. Look at me.
She's actually emotional about that.
What the hell?
I understand that though.
God damn, Kevin. Really just threw a line out right there.
But I've learned to not take that to heart. I mean, I never really did take it too hard too much, but don't take it too much to heart when you're unable to see your friends for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Or you might not be able to talk to them for an extended period of time. Because at this point in life, some people have started families. Some people are like, their career is actually now fully blossoming, or they're just really busy.
Yeah.
So it's nothing personal. It's just time is very limited and short.
Yeah.
And I was talking to that same friend I was talking about who was homeless.
Yeah.
It was his birthday the other day.
Yeah.
And earlier in the month, it was also a mutual friend's birthday. So this was the first time in years we'd seen each other twice in a month.
Crazy.
Prior to this,
that's a lot for an adult.
You get what I'm saying? We used to see each other like consistently. Now, twice in a month, we said, right, that's a record. But I also said to him, a week doesn't feel long enough anymore.
Yeah.
It's as when we were younger, you could fit everything in a week.
Everything
in a week.
It's because I could handle it without 8 hours of sleep.
Yes. Now the responsibilities and stresses that we get does not allow us to do that. So the lesson was, don't take it to heart if your friends don't see you, or you don't see your friends as often anymore, because it's gonna happen, guys. If you're young and watching this, it's gonna happen. So just be prepared. Don't take it to heart. Don't cut them off, because they're still gonna be there. In fact,
we might log out of MSN. That's so sad.
In fact, the two consistent people I see most, friends-wise, Vaughn and Andre. Vaughn, because I go to the gym with him. We work out together.
Yeah.
And Andre, because he works at the gym.
Yeah.
Then it's you and Jasmine.
Yeah.
Because we do this.
Because we do this. Combine your friends with things you like.
Yeah. So if you can, same thing you were saying with the track.
Yeah.
It then brought
everyone back. Yeah.
If you can do your hobbies together, it's
Yeah.
a plus. If not, hey, don't worry. There's always time.
Yeah. It's true though, because like me and my group of girls don't see each other. Like I see Alice, we live together.
Because you live together.
Yeah. Like, you can't not see each other. Cause you live together. And then like all of us together though, we booked in a date in December.
And that's like 3 months
already
away, bro.
for one of our birthdays. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we could see each other maybe once a month.
And that's tough.
Yeah. Luckily we have phones now.
That's a big
That's
help.
the joy.
That's a big help.
Yeah.
But that was a nice emotional end to the pod.
I'm still thinking about this MSN thing.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
I'm
and
gonna write on my phone.
listen to one day we did something for the last time.
That's so sad.
And eventually that will happen with this podcast, but hopefully not for a very long time. So in the meantime, make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow us at frameofmind.pod on all social medias. Yes, thank you for listening.
Love us and leave us.
We out.